When the special session kicked off earlier this month, Assembly Democrats had no problem voting to introduce Governor Walker's job creation bills. In fact, there is even cause to expect some level of bipartisan cooperation.
Necessarily an indication you support all of these ideas. We like some of them more than others naturally. I think some of these ideas, potentially have some real promise.
The special session bills proposed by Governor Walker would cut taxes and reform the state's regulatory climate. He believes a friendly business climate will result in businesses hiring more people in Wisconsin. However, this indirect approach left him open to direct attacks from liberal special interest groups.
We're supposed to be seeing a whole level of jobs bills to deal with the jobs crisis here in Wisconsin. But in fact, the bills moving forward have virtually nothing to do with jobs, if anything at all.
When do we need the jobs? We need them right now. And not only do we need these jobs, we need good jobs, good paying jobs, where we can live and take care of our families.
By the time Joint Finance met this Tuesday, Democrats were completely sold on that line of thought. They argued the general tax cuts being proposed would not lead to job creation.
I want to know how many jobs will be created today.
I'm very disappointed in this session because I thought that something real and meaningful was going to be produced, not some empty symbolic gestures that do nothing to create any jobs.
To Democrats, cutting taxes is the same as increasing spending.
We're planning to drive up the debt, the state's debt, today. It appears that this committee is willing to do it without getting one job created.
Wisconsin, at this point, needs a real strategy to create jobs, not one that adds millions and millions of dollars to a structural deficit.
Republicans say that kind of logic is misleading.
Today's discussion is really focused around jobs and the ability of the taxpayers of Wisconsin to keep some of the money that they earn. Now, some of us at the ends of the table are going to spend most of our time defending government and how the government needs more money. Some of us on the inside are going to spend our time defending the taxpayer and talking about how much more money they need in order to be able to have their families pay their bills.
The burden for Republicans is explaining how less money going to government and more money staying in the hands of taxpayers leads to job creation. Unfortunately, the Legislative Fiscal Bureau does not conduct that kind of economic analysis.
And I understand the Fiscal Bureau does not use dynamic scoring, so they don't take that $49 million and whipple it through the economy and say this is how many jobs it's going to create. But I can tell you, keeping $49 million in the pockets of the private sector will create jobs.
We're trying to create a climate that will encourage job retention and growth of entrepreneurs and growth of all of our businesses. We want to say Wisconsin is open for business, and to do that we have to say something has changed. What I think will be revolutionary are the two things I didn't mention, are the tort reform package and the regulatory reform package the governor put forward. He is telling us we don't want business as usual, and while these seem like sort of policy wonk issues, they aren't. They're significant.
Since Republicans are in the majority, the special session bills will continue to move forward. The Joint Finance Committee approved 3 of the bills on Tuesday, with all members voting along party lines. For the MacIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmulski.